Alright, so what's up YouTube? It's Ian again. Um, Today I'm gonna show you a deck which is quite ambitious because I really want to play modern type of decks in Arena, but sad to say there are some parts in this deck which lack of. Actually, I really love this deck because you are such a masochist and you really need to think of, how will you manage the damage that you need to inflict on yourself before you strike back. This deck is not perfect yet, and I'm trying to perfect the deck as much as possible. And I hope with the arrival of the Historic Horizon, or the Jumpstart Historic Horizon, there will be sufficient help for this deck. So without further ado, let me introduce to you the Grixis Deck Shadows. So for the deck, you can either play it best of 1 or best of 3 series. It depends on how will you on what style do you want to play, but for the demo of this deck, I will show it to you in a best of 1 series. But disclaimer, again, this is not a perfect deck yet, and there might be many misplays and something like that. So I really do apologize. So to introduce to you the deck, you have 4 ops. Then supposedly, I am contemplating if I go with opt or just with the 4 copies of Sign in Blood, but I do not have yet enough wild cards to get the Sign in Blood, so that is why I'm gonna try first with opt. Then you have the 4 Death's Shadow, then 4 Fatal Pushes, 4 Inquisition of Kozilek, 4 Thoughtseize, 4 Scourge the Skyclaves, 1 copy of Sign in Blood, 4 copies of Drown in the Loch, then 3 copies of Dora the Perfect Pet. The reason why I do not have this as a 4th copy is because it's kinda hard, especially if you happen to draw or if you happen to have a starting hand with 3 copies of Dora the Perfect Pet. And there are some decks that can kill this one in an instant. That is why I'm contemplating if I will still pursue with Dora the Perfect Pet or try to change it with this spell. I think you know what I am. I think you know, guys, what I am trying to change. The Arcanist. You can actually get this one for the Arcanist instead. And then 4 copies of Kroxa. You also have 3 copies of Kolaghan's Command, 2 copies of the Agadeem's Awakening, and the lands for the decks. Wait. I do not have that, by the way. You have 2 swamps, mountains, the shocklands, 12 pieces of shocklands, 1 modular land, which is the Clearwater Pathway, and then 2 modular lands, sorry. One is the Clearwater Pathway, and then the other one is the Riverglide Pathway. So, the reason of having a modular lands in the deck is because sometimes you need to have a blue source to activate this one, or having to have a counter in your hand, which is the Drown in the Loch. So if you're also planning to play in the best of 3 series, this is the sideboard. Again, this is not perfect yet. I am doing trial and error for this for the sideboard part, but today I'm gonna play first with the best of 1 series. You have 1 Spell Pierce, 1 Cling to Dust, 1 Duress, 1 Soul Guide Lantern, 2 Test of Talents, 2 Negates, Eliminate, 1 Necromancia, 3 Anger of Gods, and Lurrus of the Dream Dead. So another thing that you can put into mind if you want to add the sideboard is this guy. Rubber. Rubber of the Lich, but that depends if you're on the draw or on the pick. So yeah, without further ado, let's check it out and see what happens to the Grixis Deck Shadows. So, I don't know. This is kind of okay for me because since this is only a trial, we happen to have a two strap lands and a push, drum and lock, and then Kroxa. We don't know yet what will be our opponent, but let's try. Okay, so our opponent might be a mono-red aggro, and this is kinda, I don't know, this is kinda like okay-ish if we manage to have a good damage out with management. Sorry for that. But yeah. that's kind of lucky to be quite honest because we do have a Drown and Loch in our hand. So technically speaking, it's all about timing as well. Because if you happen to cross paths with those kinds of decks, you really need to think twice if you want to draw your spell or not. Actually, I am contemplating if I would like to play the Sign in Blood, because if I play the Sign in Blood and did not get something from my library, I might be dead on the next time. But yeah, that's kind of lucky. So onward we go with the next one. Okay, so we go first again. This time we do have the Dora, the perfect pet, and again the Deck Shadows. I think we might keep this one because we do not have any info of what will be our opponent is. So our opponent is okay. Sorry for that. I think he might be on the go. That's why he conceded. But a win is a win. Let's go to the next. But technically speaking, you will keep that one because turn 1 Inquisition, then turn 2 you played Dora. Okay, so this is kind of awkward hand to be quite honest, but we have the Opt. We just hope we can find a black source if we got greedy. But we will try this one. So we are facing a Reanimator deck. Technically speaking, we do not have anything to win in game 1 against Reanimator deck. I already saw this one, but who knows, right? clock break, to be quite honest, but we really do not have anything to combat Reanimator in game 1 because most of our sideboard cards, so most of our cards that can combat Reanimator is in our sideboard, such as Cling to Dust. We can also put in the, what do you call that? The 3 CMC Black, I forgot, Necromantia. We can also, we do also have the Soul Lantern Guide and then some counter spells just to combat. Just to combat their potential to have a or to reanimate their creatures. But yeah, I'm going to go with the next round. Okay, so this has a potential to be quite honest, but we do have black in red source. Let's try. We just hope that this is kind of aggro-ish deck, to be quite honest, so that we could deploy the Dead Shadows as soon as possible. Got lucky because if we top deck something such as Lightning Strike or Shock, we're gonna lose that one. Good thing is we already deployed. We deployed to the Shadows. Just a bait, or I think the turning point of that match is when he plays Shock. And then we responded with Kolaghan's command, discard, and then we happen to force him to discard the wizards or the Wizard's Lightning, I guess, if that's the card. Correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, so onward we go. Okay, we have two Thoughtseize, a Fatal Push, a Drown Lock. We do also have two manas, but we don't know what our opponent is. We might try this one as well. Oh well, yeah, we just need the blue source. Sometimes this happens, but not that much, to be quite honest. But yeah, we were beaten because of our bad decision to keep our hand. But you know, who would not be tempted to play two Thoughtseize? Anyways, onward we go with the next battle. And thank you again for watching this recording video. So, if you like the video, you can like, subscribe to my channel. And the next time, I think we can play this deck, the Boros Burn. Or I will show you one of the best decks that I played during the standard 2020-22 round, the U White. Okay, so this one is kind of promising because we already have a red source, a blue source, and a bunch of lands to, to work around with. So let's try. So we were supposed to be against goblins, but this is kind of interesting. He has a Thibault's Trickery in his deck. I just don't know what's the reason behind it, but yeah, it's kind of unique, to be quite honest. Anyways, onward we go to the next round. Okay, so this one is kind of promising as well because we do have a Inquisition, an Oct, a removal, but sometimes things might not turn around, go well according to your plan. But yeah, we will try this one out. So I think that deck is the more adventures. Yeah, we just got lucky, to be quite honest, but you know, a win is a win. So anyways, this is the deck. Let me just show it to you once again. The deck list for the Grixis Shadows. So let me just open this one up so that for you guys to check it out. And if you want to play in the rank, again, this is not perfect yet. I would really advise, if you want to go to the rank or to play it in the rank, go with best of 3. And this is the deck. The Dorat, the perfect pet, you can actually change it either to the Arcanist or the Robber of the Riches. It depends on your gameplay, or even you could change it with 3 counter spells. Either didn't say please, if you want that. You can actually opt with this. Where is that? Didn't. There. Didn't say please. You can opt with that one, or you can also change it to this guy. Please. Yeah, that. There. You can also opt with the Soaring Thought Thief. Why? Because you